Cave dwellers, y'all probably like me and the rest of the country waiting for these wars to be over. We want the Russian-Ukraine war over and the Israeli-Gaza war over because this shit is getting out of hand from both sides. It's not the Palestinians. It's Hamas. It's not the Israelis. It's Netanyahu's government. Aid workers' body found in Gaza, buried in mass grave following Israeli attack. This shit been going on for a long time.
Romeo 2, this is Romeo 1. I'm just going to check to see if there's any human remains in here, just so wait out.
Can we try just the AVs to advance 50 meters to the front to see the wounded woman?
Romeo 1, no, we will remain here, over.
Yes,
Roger.
another one shot, another one shot, another one shot.
Yeah, okay, I see him.
Yeah, when the leader tried to cross the road. Yeah.
We've arrived at the site where the ambulances were.
Did he just get shot trying to cross the road? Hold on.
Okay, I see him.
Yeah, when the leader
Another one shot, another one shot.
Yeah, okay.
Right there. Oh.
yeah, when the leader tried to cross the road. Yeah.
We've arrived at the site where the ambulances were hit. These ambulances have been buried on the sand. There's a UN vehicle here, buried on the sand. Bulldozer, Israeli forces bulldozer has buried them. We're now looking for the bodies of those that were in these medical and humanitarian vehicles.
Humanitarian vehicles. Israeli strikes are hitting. They cannot keep pretending that they're so precise that they can make pagers go off in people's pocket and hit exactly what they want, and they're the most advanced military in the world, and then say, fuck it, we don't care. We're just hitting everybody. How do you think these people, we think about the dead, but look at these people, these men. They'll never be the same again.
Health workers should never be a target, and yet we're here today digging up a mass grave of first responders and paramedics. 7 days ago, civil defense and PRCS ambulances arrived at the scene. One by one, they were hit, they were struck, their bodies were gathered and buried in this mass grave. We're digging them out in their uniforms, with their gloves on. They were here to save lives. Instead, they ended up in a mass grave. Their vehicles, their ambulances, UN vehicles, civil defense vehicles are crushed and dumped, covered in sand next to us. It's an absolute horror. What has happened here? This should never happen. Healthcare workers should never be a target.
And they're not talking about Hamas. Hamas is a terrible. Two things can be true. Hamas is a terrible, evil organization that keep their own people down and at bay, keep them hungry and starving, and take the money that's meant for the people and build tunnels. And on the same token, Netanyahu is a man who's committed war crimes, who's literally keeping this country scared and using this war rhetoric, not unlike Hitler used to put down the German people, right? All the German people weren't evil, but they were complicit because they stopped and they stayed there and they were telling on other people and neighbors and, oh, they keeping people in their house and oh my God. And the SS troop would go there and see if they got people in the basement or the attic. Now Netanyahu saying, oh, we got to do this. We got to keep blasting these people. You hitting UN workers now? And America is complicit in this? I feel nasty in this. I felt nasty when Biden was doing it, and he gave Netanyahu everything, and I didn't agree with it. And then Netanyahu would still go up and say, hey, he ain't doing enough. He ain't giving us enough. I hope that Trump would be different, that his ego would be so big that when Netanyahu come to him and say, yo, you better give me this, he'll be like, oh, who you talking to? No. Which is a shame, because I want him to do, many Americans want him to do the same thing he's doing with Russia and Ukraine. Say, look, this is nonsense. You got to stop this. It doesn't matter what y'all arguing about, what y'all fighting about. We have to stop this. There's people dying on both sides. We just have to bring this to an end. But with Israel, is just different. America has this fucking allegiance, I guess. I'm 33, and I guess I ain't old enough to know why we have this allegiance. Like before the USS Liberty. If you don't know about that, when Israel hit a U.S. Submarine, a U.S. ship, and they knew it, and they knew it was us, and we were waving the flag, and they still hit them, and Israel didn't pay different politicians to keep that under wrap because they knew it was a U.S. ship. They were waving the flag. But they still hit us. We cannot keep allowing this. Talking about something like, it's just nasty, man. Come on, peace on earth. We're supposed to be going to the moon and the stars and thinking about. It's supposed to be the Earth Federation. We should be like one country. We still letting these politicians trick us. That's why it's hope for the next generation and the generation after that, because they're going to be so intertwined in social media. They don't care if you're a man, a woman, black, white, straight, gay. They don't care nothing. They're just going to be like, peace for everybody. Right? They don't care. They so much. It's almost crazy because they're like, oh, well, you could be a man and you could be a woman. You could be a woman and turn to a man. We don't care. We just want peace and happiness and do drugs and Instagram and stuff. So hopefully I guess that generation maybe going to show us something because this shit is nasty. And then like Trump generation, that old politician, they're still in it. It's still people my age, 33, like that'll stop this. But that older 40 and up kind of is like, they just like, hey, yeah, well, Israel this, and it get biblical and with religion and stuff like that, and oh, they evil and this. There's no evil fucking people. There's no evil people. There's the government's telling us we're evil. In Russia, the Russian government is telling them, look at U.S. and China, they're evil. In China, they saying, look at the Russians and the Americans, they're evil. In America, they say, look at China and Russia, they're evil. They're playing the same tricks on us, and the people like, yo, wait, no. Well, we're not evil. Maybe the millionaires and billionaires are evil, but for the rest of us that's working 9 to 5, going to work every day, trying to raise our kids and want to pursue happiness, we not fucking evil. Don't matter what religion you are. We ain't got the money all the time to be waging war. It's the politicians.
Yeah.
Some of these people, family don't even know they dead yet, probably. No body. They just assuming that they are. And they got to bury them and keep going because another strike might come. They are marked. These aid workers are marked. They see them. They seen that they're not a hostile target.
Mobile 1 coming out.
Look at all these people. They sitting here. A strike could come right now and wipe all these people out. It don't even matter if there's 100 people here and there's 2 or 3 fucking terrorists. That don't justify it. That don't justify striking. We're in America. We got hoods. We got Bloods, Crip, Vice Lords, Hell's Angel, Mongols. They got whole clubhouse out here in the streets. We know where they at. We just can't bomb the motherfucking city for the sake of saying, oh, well, there was some gang leaders there. No. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. It's just sickening. Hopefully we stop this. Our tax dollars is going to this, giving them more missiles and everything. The U.S. could do this and intervene and make both sides stop and say, yo, no, we stopping. We literally have the power to do that, but we're not.